Hi everyone, welcome to the lecture series on Renewable Energy Engineering. I am Trivedi, Assistant Professor in Mechanical Engineering Department at LJIET Institute of Engineering and Technology. Let us carry our chapter named Solar Energy. In this session, we will study about utilization of solar energy, working principle of solar cell, advantages and disadvantages of solar cell. So now let us start. Let us study about utilization of solar energy. There are two methods of utilization of solar energy. One is direct method and second indirect method. In the direct method, it includes thermal methods as well as photovoltaic method. Whereas in the indirect method, it includes water power, wind power, biomass energy and ocean energy. The photovoltaic conversion is achieved by devices called solar cell. The solar radiation falling on the cell is converted into DC electricity, in addition to being free as a supply of energy. It will price cash to the harvester and switch it into electricity. Energy from the sun is much limitless. Solar energy uses and captures daylight to make electrical phenomenon power, which is known as PV or targeted alternate energy. It means CSP for star heating. This energy conversion permits star to be want to power motor car motors, lights, pools, heaters and gadgets. So now let us study about solar cell. For the solar cell, let us understand the definition of solar cell. It is an energy conversion device which are used to convert sunlight directly into the electricity by the use of photovoltaic effect and are called solar cell. Now let us understand the working principle of solar cell. A solar cell is a PN junction which convert solar radiated energy into electrical energy by photovoltaic action. When sunlight strikes P surface gets deficiency of electrons. These are released from N surface via electrical load. Electrical power flows through the external circuit. Photovoltaic modules unremarkably referred to as star modules. Square measures the key parts astron converted daylight into the electricity. Star module squares measure mode from semiconductors. That square measures terribly the same as those accustomed produce integrated circuits for equipments. The foremost common kind of semiconductor presently in use is formed by silicon crystals. So now let us move for advantages and disadvantages of solar cell. The advantage of the solar cells are: first, they need little maintenance. So we require very less maintenance for the solar cell. Second, they have longer life, approximately 20 years or even more. Number 3, they do not create pollution at all, as we all know. Number 4, they are made from semiconducting materials which are easily available in a large quantity. Number 5, no moving part in any energy generation and conversion. So we do not need to put heavy equipments there. Okay, there is not any kind of moving object. Number 6, no transmission and distribution cost. Number 7, directly solar radiation can be converted into electricity at a room temperature. If we consider any power plant, so in the power plant we need to rise the temperature and we'll get the steam. But in this case, solar cell can directly convert the radiation into the electricity. Now, number 8, They are reliable and convenient. Of course they are. So these are the advantages of solar cell. Now let us study about disadvantages of solar cell. Solar cell output is not constant. Obviously there are seasonal difference. So if there is the monsoon, we will get less power. If there is the winter, we also get the less power because there are not any wind radiation. But if there is a summer, so that we will get the very much power. So the output is not constant. Meanwhile, if we are considering between sunrise and sunset, we are getting some variation in the power output. Okay? Now, number 2, solar energy has eminent nature, therefore can be used in the presence of sunlight only. Right now, we can store it also, but up to certain limit. Next, the cost of the solar cell is very high. Obviously, there should have some process in the sand, and then we will get the silicon. Hence, it is very costly. It is available but costly because of the process. Then next, solar cells generate very small amount of electrical power. So there is the problem of getting more power. Clear? So this is for the disadvantages. Now, let us understand the semiconductor and PN junction. The definition of semiconductor is a substance whose electrical conductivity lies between the conductor and insulator are known as semiconductor. Okay? Conductivity lies between conductor and insulator. Now, semiconductors. What are the semiconductors? They are materials which have a conductivity between conductor, generally metals, and non-conductor or insulator, such as most ceramics. Semiconductors can be pure element such as silicon or germanium, or compound such as gallium arsenide or cadmium solenoid. Now, some example of semiconducting materials are carbon, silicon and germanium. The electrons in the outer shell of the conductor are free to move and not bound to any specific site or a boundary and conduct electricity. The other shell of the atom of an insulator may have 6 or 7 electrons, which are tightly bound and are not able to carry any electron. The semiconductor may have 3, 4 or 5 electrons on the outer shell, which can be free only if some additional energy is supplied. The conductivity of semiconductor can be changed by adding the impurities and the process known as doping. The electric current can be carried by electrons or holes. Holes are positively charged and electrons are considered as negatively charged particles. The semiconductor are the only suitable material for absorbing the energy of photons of the sunlight. The material include semiconductor occupy 1 or 2 energy bands known as valence band or conductance band. The valence band has electrons at a higher energy level and is fully occupied. The difference the energy level of electrons in the two band is known as band gap energy. Photons of the sunlight with energy E greater than the gap energy are absorbed in the cell material and excite some of the electrons which jump across the band gap from the valence band to the conduction band, leaving behind holes in the valence band. The electron-hole pair are developed. Now, if semiconductor is doped with donor impurities, increasing the number of electrons in the conductor band, it is known as N-type material. If the semiconductor is doped with an acceptor impurities, leaving the excess hole, it is known as P material. A piece of semiconductor with one side of P-type and other N-type is called P-N junction. In this junction, after the photon from solar radiation are absorbed, the free electron of N side flow to the P side flow and will flow from N region to P region. And the field increases till it reaches the equilibrium to have the sum of diffusion, potential for holes and electrons. In short, the solar cell made of silicon, the junction is thin region separating the N-type and P-type portion. So, this is the study on working principle of solar cell, utilization of solar energy. So thank you all of you for watching this video. If you have any query, you can contact me. Now for this, you have to understand what is the solar cell. So for understanding the solar cell, the photovoltaic system, the PN junction, everything, you have to see this video minimum 2 to 3 times. Then and then, you can understand what the photovoltaic system is, how it is created, what is the PN junction, how the PN junction works, what is negative polarity, what is positive polarity, and so on. Initially, as we know, the system working on the solar cell is very easy, but to get that solar cell and to get the electricity directly is very complicated. Hence, it is not very much difficult to understand, but it is difficult to use. Okay, so this is it for our solar energy. Thank you.